Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Lightning Gaming. So guys, in my previous video I checked out if it is possible if you use the Greater Sabertooth as well as the Sand Reaper Queen at the same time, if they can actually defeat the arena champion. Now after making that video I did receive a super interesting comment asking me what is gonna happen if you use the camel. Like we all know, the camel has an insane amount of hit points, and then also the Greater Sabertooth at the same time, if they can actually beat the arena champion. So basically you are going to be using the camel as a tanker while the Greater Sabertooth attack the arena champion. So in this video we will be checking that out. Now before I get started, if you are new to my channel, please remember to like and subscribe. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so before I start the fight, let me just quickly show you the stats that I have on this patch. So first up, the Greater Sabertooth is the same one that I used in my previous video, and you will see that this one has 50 attribute points into strength, which is very high, and then also 16 in vitality. It also got another plus 10 in strength and plus 20 in vitality because of perks. Now if I go to my camel over here, over at the camel we ended up with 40 points in vitality and 26 into grit. The total amount of hit points that I was able to get on the camel is around 55,000, which is very high. Now we are gonna see if it is possible to make the arena champion aggro on the camel while the Greater Sabertooth is attacking and killing it. Now to try and make sure that the arena champion attack the camel and not the Greater Sabertooth, I'm gonna go into the Sabertooth's infantry and I'm gonna make sure I uncheck the box where it says irritate enemies. Next up, I'm gonna go over to my camel over here. Once again, go in his infantry and I'm gonna make sure that the irritate enemy perk is active. Now guys, what I think this is gonna do is I think that's gonna make sure the arena champion attack the camel and not the Greater Sabertooth. So in that way the arena champion can just keep swinging at the camel while the Greater Sabertooth is doing damage. But that is what I think is gonna happen. Now let's go and see if it's actually gonna work. If those two will be able to defeat the arena champion without me helping at all. Now before I start the fight, I'm quickly gonna give both of these pets all the buffs I can to give them the best chance. First up, for the camel, I'm gonna give it plant fiber. That is gonna give me that extra buff. If you go into stats over here, you will see increased strength, increased damage by 25%. Next up, I'm also going to be giving the camel salted pork and elixir of might. Both of these adding a strength weapon damage of plus 15%. Now remember guys, the camel isn't going to do much damage at all. It's going to do a very low amount of damage. The food I'll be giving the camel, of course, is going to be purple lotus flower to make it heal up as fast as possible. And then for the Greater Sabertooth, first up, exquisite meat for that secret buff, and then of course I'm also gonna be giving my Greater Sabertooth the elixir of might and the salted pork for that strength weapon damage, and the food I'll be giving the Greater Sabertooth is gonna be the blood sausage. Alright, so now that both of these pets are ready, and I did check the box that says irritate enemies over at the camel, let's see if this is actually gonna work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna aggro them to the arena champion, and we will see if they are actually able to beat this boss. Okay, there we go, they should start fighting. Okay, my Greater Sabertooth just went in first over there. Camel is staying back for some reason. It did go forward now, but the arena champion is still attacking the Greater Sabertooth instead of the camel. So far it's really not looking good at all. I mean, look at that, even if the camel hits the arena champion just keeps going for the Greater Sabertooth, which is not what I expected at all. But there is one last thing I want to see. I want to see what is gonna happen if I swap the Greater Sabertooth for a Sand Reaper Queen, because the Sand Reaper Queen a lot of the times attacks from a distance. Maybe that is gonna be different, maybe that will actually work. Alright, so I have my Sand Reaper Queen pet ready, so I'm just gonna go into the infantry just to show you. This pet does have a very good amount of hit points. Once again, I'm gonna be giving it human flesh, which will give me that secret buff on this pet, and then also salted pork and elixir of might for that strength weapon damage, so it's exactly the same as the Greater Sabertooth so far. And then finally I'm gonna be giving it the grey lotus flowers just to make it heal up as fast as possible during a fight. Okay, so like you can see, my Sand Reaper Queen is ready. Now let's try the exact same thing again. Once again, I'm gonna uncheck the box that says irritate enemies at the Sand Reaper Queen. So it's gonna be the same as with the Greater Sabertooth. But what I hope for is that the Sand Reaper Queen is gonna stay back a little bit. Maybe just do the range damage. And just apply poison to the arena champion, making it go down quicker. Okay, so the irritate enemy perk that worked this time. The arena champion went for the camel instead of the Sand Reaper Queen. But like you can see, guys, from the moment that my Sand Reaper Queen attacked the arena champion, she immediately started fighting back and no longer aggroes on the camel. So yeah guys, I can say that this isn't gonna work, but it was a very interesting comment and I also thought that that might do the trick. But once again, the arena champion is just knocking down my Sand Reaper Queen very fast. This pet is doing a lot of damage, but still it's not gonna be able to defeat her. But yeah guys, that's about it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are new, please remember to like and subscribe. But until next time guys, cheers, see ya.